From a very, very young age, she was in charge, and she was a leader.
This is the Pava LaPere her parents want to share.
To be such a strong leader at such a young age is very amazing.
The mischievous, animal-loving child.
She loved animals, she loved nature.
Who grew to be a Baltimore business leader.
It gave us a tremendous amount of pride knowing what she accomplished in her years.
Pava started her Baltimore City tech company EcoMap when she was still a student at Johns Hopkins.
The joke was, Mom and Dad, I'm sorry, I don't have any grandkids for you, but look, I have almost 30 employees.
Pava and her friends saw a need to help share resources with startups.
She was a motivator.
She worked hard.
Up early, down late.
The business took off. Pava got noticed, honored this year as one of Forbes' 30 under 30.
She was Daddy's little girl, and she didn't forget it.
Yeah, she was Dad's little girl until she wanted to be girl boss and daughter boss.
In September, the community shared in grief after Pava was killed in her Mount Vernon apartment.
So I want to thank you all for being here and for loving our daughter and taking care of her.
Frank and Caroline are back in Baltimore this weekend for just the second time since Pava's vigil.
The last several months have been challenging because we've had to relive a lot of her life.
Early on, they were taken with the computer.
The past 2 months have been spent sharing memories.
They reminded us of her life and her potential and the progress from that sweet little daddy's girl to this wonderful little business leader who impacted so many people.
Yeah.
But sometimes the only qualification you have to build something is the fact that you are the one who's willing to build it.
Reliving her TED Talk at Hopkins in 2019, Frank was there, a proud father then as he is now.
Thinking to myself, how did all of this wisdom get into this young person at such an age?
Pava's online memorial continues to grow with pictures and memories shared of the young woman who friends and colleagues call a trailblazer, an amazing mentor, an inspiration. She's described as truly exceptional, bubbly, yet serious. A Hopkins classmate simply said, if you knew Pava, you knew a friend.
It was just Pava being Pava for us.
These are such tragic times, but I'm joyous because she extended herself so far. She had an impact.
She really walked her talk. Everything that she did in her private, personal, behind-the-scenes life was exactly what she would do out in public.
Pava's accused killer is awaiting trial. Her parents say they'll be here every step of the way, not only for her, but for other victims.
Honestly, it's hard to keep the anger towards Baltimore at bay because we also have to look past what happened and focus on what she saw in this city.
Her parents say Pava's love of Baltimore and helping people here will not fade.
Most of her remains here. Not physically, but what she started and what she believed in.
EcoMap describes her as a 5'2" giant. Last week, they announced a fellowship in Pava's honor. Her parents say scholarships and endowments are also in the works.
She got a lot from this city, and she wanted to give a lot back, and she was in the act of doing that. Well, let's not stop that momentum.
I'm really happy to share Pava with Baltimore, and we're glad she started something profound, and we're not going to stop until we see it come to fruition.